2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the RBC Canadian Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
When you have a nickname called Rombo, you better bring your A game, because if not, you're going to get absolutely run over. His opponent today had better bring every single piece of artillery he has in his game if he expects to beat Rom.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here. What a putt, started this perfectly.
Well, that's a lovely way to get going. They've already started this event under par.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it, so yes, birdie on the first, great job.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. Rich, the second hole here at St George's Golf and Country Club, a long, strong par 4.
It is just around the 475-yard mark. This fairway does slope significantly left to right, so the drives can easily find that fairway bunker down the right-hand side.
It's a decent fairway to hit this one. Not sure if they'll find it though. Never easy playing out of those fairway bunkers. Getting ready to play their third. They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
This is what they have left for par here.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And that ensures that he's back to even par now. The first of our par 3s at St George's Golf and Country Club. Beautiful looking par 3.
Yes, a narrow green, but very deep bunkers surrounding it on both sides. This is a heck of a par 3.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. And he needs this to save par. That's well holed. So no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. The first of the par 5s is the 4th hole, Rich.
Yes, this hole used to be a par 4, but was extended back in 1968 for the Canadian Open. It's a nice opportunity here to get a stroke back after the opening 3 holes, but watch out. This fairway gets tough to find with the slope that moves it from right to left. Landing area gets very narrow.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Well, that's well played and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
"12 feet to the cup coming up. Oh, just missed. And that should secure the par on this one. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 5th hole at St George's is a par 4, Rich.
It is. It plays downhill into a valley that kind of moves away from the tee box. So you should see players hit it down there with some distance, leaving a short second shot.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. That's not the shot they're after. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 3 shots off the lead. Oh, terrific. What an effort. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 6th hole requires a strong tee shot here at this par 3.
This hole can play anywhere from 170 to 200 plus there, Luke. Don't miss it right or left, though. Those bunkers are nasty.
Playing within their comfort zone there.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Oh, what a great stroke. That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies. And that will take him to 2 under. And it's worth taking another look at that one.
What an amazing putt from way out.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently in 1st place, looking to hold that lead.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Well, when your rival plays golf every single second of the day and eats birdies for breakfast, lunch and dinner, this is what you get.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? That's a heavy lie this player has drawn.
He's going to have to go down after this one, try and dig it out as best he can and hope for the best.
Opting for the 5-iron. That's a little wayward.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
They've got this to get into a tie with Rahm.
Ouch, that hurts. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently 1 under for the event. Reached the 8th hole, par 3 here at St George's. What a great looking hole it is.
Wow, this is a really cool little par 3. The green is not very wide, but it funnels in from both sides. However, you just can't afford to miss it short left in that bunker. That is a huge no-no.
This would be a great up and down. Ooh, almost went down. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of fourth. Oh, so close. And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
We have a par 5 at this one.
Nicely done.
All guns blazing here. They've got full attack mode on.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt. It's tracking. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And the player's left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Yeah, they're playing well right now. They're inside the top 10, and they're looking to continue that move up the leaderboard.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie. Wow, did this come out beautifully?
Important putt here. They make it. They're into the top 5.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. The first of the back 9 par 5s is the 11th.
And this hole we could call what, serpentine maybe, Luke? Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. However, don't get bit and leave it short right in that bunker off the tee, because you will be rattled.
Let's take a look at Justin Thomas from earlier. Our current leader showing us why they're on top. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Playing this shot from about 230 yards out. Just 1 stroke off the lead. Going with a 3-wood here.
Looks like they're definitely going for it.
Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Currently a shot off the lead. If my eyes didn't see it.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Point to the
Way to make a move into the top 5. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Yeah, Sevi would be envious of this one.
Number one.
Where's the word?
Checking the scoreboard now, and this player is currently sitting in a tie for the lead with Tiger Woods.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store. It's like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
Well, 13th, it's unlucky for some, Rich. Going with the 6-iron here. This one might need to set. Oh, that's a great approach shot. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
With a hold putt here, he'll put some airspace between himself and Jon Rahm, maybe angering the Spanish bull a bit.
Currently at -4 for the round. I love a good two-shotter. Birdies on par 4s feel great because you've had to execute all 3 shots. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Now he's eyeing up around 160 here.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be nervous playing Jon Rahm, but it doesn't appear that way after this approach shot.
Putting for birdie. Just didn't drop. Just a short putt remaining here. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And that makes him tied for first. You've arrived at a par 5. Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one. Now, 4 under par, in a share of the lead.
That dog will hunt.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. He's currently tied for the lead. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
And here we are with their 4th. Hadn't that looked good for a long time? This is a par putt. And with that putt, now at 4 under, heading to the final few holes.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
And coming up well short.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
As we move along to the next hole, they're currently tied at the top of the leaderboard with Jon Rahm.
Going and going and going.
Taking aim from about 170 yards. He shares top spot. Going with the 7. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And if this can go down, he'll save par.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Currently 4 under for the event. The finishing hole at St George's Golf and Country Club, Rich, is a strong par 4.
It certainly is that. It was originally a par 5 as well. It's converted to a long par 4 to make it a little bit more challenging for the Canadian Open. Plays uphill all the way to a steep green. And the beauty of this hole, Luke, is the magnificent clubhouse in the background.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
I wouldn't mind hitting the shot, but I wouldn't fancy the walk up here. This is quite uphill.
Going with the hybrid. This one's headed towards the rough. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event. Oh no, that's a hard. Well, I love this scenario, Rich. They get to go head-to-head against their rival in a playoff.
Ooh, and what a rivalry this has turned out to be, Luke.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely take dead aim.
Plenty of nerves and pressure on the next putt. They're on the green, but lots of work left to do. This truly is do or die. They need this to extend the playoff.
Looking really good.
Ooh, right by the hole. That's another outstanding performance by a player we're used to seeing winning. Hats off to you, Jon Rahm.
Luke, dare I say, en fuego for Big John Rahm. Congratulations on the victory.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hardworking people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.